Alright, then just a little note here about petty cash. You mentioned it earlier. What is petty cash? It's small amounts of money that's lying in the business, exactly. Okay, so the business is going to use petty cash to pay for small petty amounts. Okay, that's what you're looking at. Right, the business will have to account for the cash set aside for this function. So if I'm going to be creating petty cash, what am I going to do to create it? Apply your accounting knowledge. Where does petty cash come from? Let's start there. The bank. So what's going to happen to the bank? It's going to decrease. Where does bank decrease? On the credit side. So you're going to be creating petty cash by debiting the petty cash because you have an asset that's increasing, and you're going to credit the bank because you have an asset that's decreasing. See, that's why we're debiting and crediting those accounts. Okay, so it's always about basics, about rules. Okay, we need to look at debits and credits from a rule point of view. Okay, from a rule-based approach. Right, so I'm looking at petty cash as being an asset, and that asset is increasing because you're getting it. Okay, so when I withdraw cash from the ATM, I'm taking money out of the bank, and I'm getting physical cash that I can use within my business. Makes sense? Okay. Next bit. We looked at journals earlier. I'm relating this to something that you guys are familiar with. So you guys know what a cash payments journal is. We just looked at it today, and we looked at an example for it. CPJ means we're making a payment. Petty cash journal, we're making a payment, but it's coming from the petty cash. Right, so instead of affecting the bank, I'm not going to affect the bank, I'm going to affect the petty cash. Right, so you're going to reduce the account and you're going to debit something. Right, petty cash is going to be used for things like stationery, small expenses. You're not going to be buying land and buildings using petty cash. Okay, you're not going to be buying a vehicle using petty cash. Right, so when I say other account, we're looking generally at expenses. And maybe drawings. Right, the owner might take petty cash for his or her personal use. You're not really going to see other accounts there, unless they give you things like maybe you're paying off some liability. So you're paying a creditor maybe, or you're paying off a little loan, okay, a small loan, a micro loan, or one of those small loans. Okay, but majority in terms of examples would probably be looking at expenses. Okay, just look at the format. I've given you page references. Look at the study guide, look at the textbook, and check the format. Okay, it's the exact same format as your cash payments. The only column that's different is you don't have a bank column, you'll have a petty cash column. Okay, let me actually see if I can find one here just to show you what that looks like. Petty cash journal, there's it. Okay, so in the petty cash journal, we're not going to have bank, we're going to have, okay, they've put total here, right, or you could write down petty cash. Okay, it's just different formats. Okay, right, but it works the same as any other journal. Okay, there's your receipts and payments. These are just an extract. See, this is what we're going to look at for a bank recon.